You're too old to travel. You're too fat. You're too slow. You need too much help. You don't have enough money. You have responsibilities at home. Stop. Don't listen to any more of that bullshit. If you've been looking for a sign that it's time for you to start traveling, here it is. As someone with limited mobility, I have discovered that traveling has transformed my life. And I am here to share 10 reasons why you should start traveling now. Here's reason number 1. Accessible travel options have improved for everyone. It's easier to get around places, not just in the United States, but worldwide. Is everywhere accessible? No, but it's much better. There are tours with ratings, so you can go from the easy or slow, whatever word they use to rate it. If you see that it's got a high activity level, then maybe that's something you don't want to choose. It's up to you. But you have the choice and you are better prepared. There's airport assistance. That is so critical. Walking across airports is so difficult. There are people movers. There are escalators, there are elevators, and there are wheelchairs or carts to help you get your luggage from one spot to the other. So just make sure you pre-register for those. Use the internet to learn about where you're going and plan your trip. It's how I've made it to 11 different countries after breaking my ankle and having limited mobility myself. If I can do it, so can you. You deserve to see the world. You've worked hard and you deserve to treat yourself. If you don't treat yourself, who will? Just because you're limited in your mobility doesn't mean you shouldn't travel. It's easier than ever with using the internet that I already mentioned and taking advantage of the available help. You deserve to create lasting memories that you can share with other people just as much as everyone else. Travel builds confidence. When you need to think on the fly and figure out what's happening around you or what you need to do next, that definitely builds strength of mind and your confidence. If I could travel by slow boat to Laos on the Mekong River, and this was a really slow boat, if I could do that, then I believe you can challenge yourself to gain the confidence to go check out some new places. Get out there. This will build your confidence in yourself. Improve your personal growth and discovery. Learn about different languages, different traditions, different cultures, different food, architecture, design, art, history. All of these things are out there for you to learn more about. You discover the world is so vastly different from what you know back home. And then sometimes you learn that it's also almost exactly the same. Only by getting out there and exploring will you get these mind-expanding experiences that you will just cherish forever. It opens up your mind to process things differently and gives you a wider perspective of your own life and of the world in general. Social connection and avoiding isolation. You can meet new friends and they'll be from all around the world depending on where you travel. You can share a coffee with them, you can share stories, you can talk about places you've been, things you've done, get suggestions for places that they've been that you'd like to do. It's a fantastic way to learn about an area and learn about different people from all around the world. There are so many people from all around the world that I'm still connected to. A former student that I've gone to visit in the Czech Republic, and then I also got to go to Slovakia. A former coworker that I used to work with in China when I taught English in Guangzhou. I'm flying there again in December, and we're going to meet up, myself, him and his wife, and we're going to go to Bali. I've never been to Bali. He's been, so he can show it to me and show me places that I would never learn about, and I am so excited to do so. There are so many other people I've stayed connected with on social media, and I love seeing their adventures, and I hope they follow mine, but it just makes me smile when I get a message from them or when I think of them and I send them a message. It's a wonderful way to expand your network of friends. Empowerment and independence. Are you holding yourself back? Are you afraid to go out exploring? I know I was. I was afraid I was all of those things I said at the beginning. Too slow, too fat. I didn't have the money. There were responsibilities at home. There were other things I should have been doing. But then it all comes down to, if I don't do things for myself, who will? Absolutely nobody. It's up to you to do the things for yourself. And these things, as you experience them, will help you build the independence that will make you feel so much more capable, confident, able to get out there and do the things you want to do, even with limited mobility. When I moved to China in 2014 to teach English in Guangzhou, I was there in a 1-year contract and I rented an apartment. It was the first time I had ever lived by myself. And it was scary sometimes, but it also was definitely empowering, and it fostered a sense of independence. Did I know how to do everything? Hell no. Was it easy for me to figure things out? But I learned very quickly who to ask, where to go for help, and how to get things done in the best way possible. You lower your expectations, you think a little more clearly, and you figure it out. And that fostered such a sense of independence in me. I think that's really what kickstarted my desire to continually travel, was that 1-year experience in China. I loved it. I miss Guangzhou, and I'm actually going back again in December. Inspiring others. You never know when your adventures may be inspiring somebody else. I've had lots of people tell me, I'm so brave. Oh my gosh, I could never do that. I can't believe you're going there. I'm living vicariously through you. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not brave. I'm like scared chicken shit sometimes. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. Who am I to tell them what to think? If they see me living what they think is an adventurous, glamorous, fun, exciting life, or at least the particular activity that I'm showing, then let them enjoy it, right? Let them get something from it. I really hope they do. And I really hope that you take away something from these points that I'm talking about, that you do get out there and do what you want to do. I'm not going to diminish what somebody else gets from what I'm doing. So I'm going to keep sharing my adventures, and I'd love for you to share yours. Family and friends will appreciate it. Do you have family or friends that live in other parts of the world? When was the last time you saw them? Or when was the last time they came to see you? If you're brave enough to get out there and go see them, not only will you make them so happy to see you, but then they'll be able to share what they know about their local place with you. They're going to share their love and excitement for where they are and welcome you with open arms. Maybe you have friends that you went to school with that live on the other side of the world. It is such an international world now. Maybe you have kids or grandchildren that you haven't even seen. Or maybe you've only seen them once or twice and you'd love to see them again. Get up the nerve to go see them. They'd love to see you. I have a former student, she's an adult, and I went to the Czech Republic and she showed me places that I would never have experienced, and it just gave such a different perspective to my trip. I've also traveled around China, Malaysia, different cities in Malaysia with my friend Z, who's a former co-worker, with him and his wife. And it was just wonderful having somebody with that prior experience sharing their experience with me. And it just made me feel more comfortable and made the whole trip easier, because he knew where it was easy to walk, how far we would need to go, things that I might not be able to figure out until I did it. You can't always trust what the guidebooks say. It's a quick 5-minute walk. Yeah, right. Good for your health. Travel can encourage gentle movements and just moving your body. I mean, you definitely need to walk to get from one place to the other if you're able to. Getting out there and having these experiences, because your mind is engaged with absorbing everything and all the delights and the wonders that you're seeing, you're not really focusing too much on, is my foot hurting? Is my back bothering me? You're getting out there and you're doing it. Those gentle movements are good for you. Travel enhances your memory and your cognitive functions. Learning new things expands your mental capacities. So who's ready to get out there and expand our cognitive functions? I know I am. I've given you, I believe, 9 reasons why you should get out there and travel. You deserve it. You are capable. There are ways to figure it out. Get out there, explore this world, and have amazing adventures that you can share, you can remember, and you can cherish for the rest of your life. If you'd like to learn more about how I initially became someone who wants to share my adventures with limited mobility, check out this video over here. And if you'd like to check out a few of the local walking paths that I've been visiting here in my home state of Rhode Island, check out this one over here. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you soon. As someone with limited